El verano en la ciudad de Arendelle no podría ser más cálido, no podría ser más soleado, pero está a punto de cambiar para siempre.
Arendelle.
Está totalmente congelado.
Frío, 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 frío.
¿Una nevada en julio? ¿Sí?
Ok, en tercera dimensión vamos a ver esta maravillosa película de Disney llamada Frozen. Y nos vamos a quedar congelados de lo que vamos a encontrar en esta historia. Bueno, tenemos a una de las nuevas princesas de Disney y es precisamente Anna. Congratulations. This is unbelievable. I love this princess.
Thank you. Me too.
How you feel to be a Disney princess now?
It's very exciting. I feel like I'm a part of a very exclusive club.
And it's very exclusive.
Yeah.
What? And you make a wonderful job in this movie because what I feel is like a mother. I'm talking like a mother. I have a baby girl. Okay, she's 5 years. She loves princess wear. She don't wear normal clothes. She wear only the princess, you know, clothes.
Yeah.
And now I need to find the Anna's
Right.
costume. But it's a movie, definitely. The mothers will need to take the girls, you know, and the kids. But how was to work in this project and give life to Anna with your voice?
Well, Anna wasn't written like this on the page. I was desperate to infuse her with all the qualities I wanted to see as a little girl. I couldn't relate to the heroines that had very good posture and that were very graceful and well-spoken or even soft-spoken. That's not what I was. I was goofy and I, ran too fast and I talked too much and I was clumsy and too energetic, and I really wanted all those qualities, which I embraced, my kind of weird nature, in a sort of Disney princess that little girls could see and really relate to in modern day.
How this character came to you, and what happened at that time? How was that moment when you read the script? What you feel? Because sometimes we don't know that. We know, okay, you put the voice, we saw the movie, but we don't know what happened backstage. In the beginning for the project?
Well, in the beginning, I had actually auditioned for Tangled probably 5 years ago and came in and sang, and they pulled me aside after the audition and they said that, we have another movie that we think you might be even more right for, and it's called Frozen, and it's going to be years down the line, but take a look at it. And I read it and immediately loved it. But again, my character was written very differently, and she was much more normal, and I saw ways that I could make her what I wanted to see. And so I kind of brought those ideas to the table, and thankfully they hired me and let me do a lot of the weird stuff.
Well, the director yesterday told me about some story. During the time they made the movie, you get pregnant, you was pregnant.
I did.
And your voice changed. That is something unbelievable, because we know when we have a baby, everything changed, but the voice?
I think a little bit had happened because, well, first of all, you get so many different hormones when you're pregnant, and so nobody knows where your register's gonna be, but also the baby was encroaching on my diaphragm, and so I had less breath control because she was taking up all the space. So it was she had moved in, and this apartment complex was full.
And how would you fix everything, because you need to still working?
Well, for the most part, I got it, but then there was 1 or 2 lines of dialogue that sounded slightly deeper than the rest, and so after I had the baby, just recently, maybe a month or 2 ago, we went in and I ADR'd them.
For the final message,
Yeah.
for the audience, can you tell why they need to go to the cinemas and see Frozen?
Because seeing this movie, especially around the holiday season, is going to bring so much happiness to families, because it is a story about the unconditional love of family and what that means, and the strength that's behind loving someone because of their flaws and because of their fears, and how great of a gift that could be.
Well, I think with that, we are done. But thank you so much, and congratulations.
Thank
This is
you.
an unbelievable movie.
La Tierra estará por siempre cubierta de nieve.
Si no hacemos algo pronto, moriremos congelados.
¿Eso te parece un problema? Yo me dedico a vender hielo.
Eso no parece un buen negocio ahora. La verdad, eso es algo desafortunado.
Well, how will you start this interview? This is my big question, because I have too many questions for you.
I love it.
The first is, the animation, obvious, you are a specialist in that. But I want to know why and how this project came to you.
We feel so fortunate that this movie happened. As an animator and working at Disney for many years, I got into animation because of Lion King. Loving that movie and everything that it's about, and the characters, and how that affected me, growing up and noticing animation and like, wow, those characters are so alive. That when I read the Frozen script, there was something so special that felt like, oh my gosh, we're gonna make this, and it very brought back those feelings that I had for those films like Pinocchio, and where those characters were so alive, and the subtext in the script. So I was over the moon, so happy.
Immediately when you read the script, you start to create the animation in your mind, like what is your principal motor? The script, your heart, the experience, because it's a lot of pressure around this.
Oh, right.
Too many people want to do your job,
Yeah, the thing is that Frozen is so collaborative. Like our films at Disney, the artist, it's not right till it's right. And everyone from the directors to the art director and John Lasseter being involved, the choices all have to be honest. We call it truth in acting, truth in emotion. They have to be honest choices. So everything that we do from, when Jen is writing that script, the words that she uses, and then when we transfer those words into acting, and when the storyboard artist...
Plus, you have a big responsibility in here.
Right.
The characters are princess. You know what that means? I know you know. I have a baby girl, 5 years old. She's a princess. But the time I see the movie and I say, these princesses are more special than the other ones.
Great.
Why? Because they are more real.
That's right.
They speak the language kids now, they speak. But plus, the environment need to be magic. What part was the more difficult part to you for work and create?
Yeah. So I have some clips here I'd love to show you.
Oh, please.
It's everything is about truth in acting and truth in emotion. And when you have the theme of the film and you have characters like Anna, who's fearless, and you have Elsa, who's fearful, you have these two sisters interacting. Mm-hmm. We have to make sure we do our homework there. We have to make sure that, because they're so rich and there's so much subtext, that what we wanted to do is bring in an acting coach and get all of the animators together.
How you start to work? Show me that.
Yeah.
Because we see the final result.
Right.
But how
right.
you start to
So
work
the very,
with
very
this.
beginning was, we bring in an acting coach. This is Warner Laughlin, our acting coach. And we talk about theory. And we talk about how do we stay away from cliche and how do we make moments very special. Then the second phase is we bring in the voice actors. And Jonathan met with us many, many times. And right here, there's about 70 animators in this one room. We call it the animation area, the animation lounge. And Jonathan's going through his technique. Because we knew Christoph had to sing, we wanted to make sure we got from Jonathan his perspective of how Christoph may do this. And since Jonathan sings very well, and I don't sing, and a lot of the animators don't sing, we wanted to see what the proper technique was.
So if I was going to sing like an ah, like a scale, it would be like, I would breathe in. Ah. But if it would go higher, ah. The jaw sort of...
So then once we have the actors come in, and they kind of talk about their craft, the next phase is, because these characters take place in this frozen world, is we have to learn, all right, what exactly does it mean to have a character walking in deep snow? So we went to Wyoming.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and we did this research trip where just one step, we started realizing 2 steps, 3 steps, it's a lot of work when you're in very deep snow. So in the film, when we have characters walking across the snow in their journey, we're able to caricature the stuff that we learned in Wyoming. So the acting theory, bringing in the actors, going to Wyoming, walking in the snow, as an animator, you can only caricature what you know, right? If you do the homework, you could show that represented in animation.
How long take you this project? Because this is a lot of work.
Yeah, I was on the
It's
film.
not only go in front of the computer and create something.
Right. And it very much is about the more homework you do, the easier your end result is.
How long did you took to working in this project?
I was on the film for almost 2 years. And a lot of that is the front side, before production even starts. Like here, the hand-drawn exploration.
Oh my gosh, look at that. Well, when I saw Anna, it showed me like, I feel like it was my daughter. Really, when she jumped in the bed with the sister, like, okay, the sun is on and it's time to play. That is the way my daughter wake me up. But the faces, the expressions, they
See,
was
it's great
so
to,
real.
It's so great to hear you say that because the animator, Becky, who's the animation supervisor of Anna, she has 2 daughters. So she would literally tell, she'd observe her daughters playing, and you get that truth, right? Like you're saying, you watch that scene, and it feels like, I know that, I've seen that before.
Exactly. Well, I know we need to go, but to close this interview, tell me something. What is the more, or the best part for the movie for you? The one gives you back, that feeling like I was in the correct project,
Right.
and I did the correct job.
I think when you're sitting in the audience and you see how everyone reacts to the film and everyone gets really quiet and they lean forward, or you hear people tearing up and crying, or
I cried too many times yesterday, but after that I recuperated with a big smile because it's very emotional, this movie.
But that reward that you get of being able to sit in the audience and enjoy it with everyone, and people laugh when you wanted them to, and that is so rewarding. And we're so proud of this movie. We can't wait for everyone to see it.
Well, thank you so much, and great job for this.
Thank you.
I will hire you for my next
Oh, I
project.
love it. Thank you.
You see?
¡Qué torpe! Tú no, claro. Me refiero a que la torpe soy yo. Tú eres lindo. ¿Pero qué dije?
Hola, ¿cómo están? Soy Olaf. ¡Hola!
Me das miedo.
¡No lo quiero! Ok, empecemos con el pie izquierdo.
Sé cómo acabar con el invierno.
Bueno, llegó el momento de ponerle música a esta magia de Disney. Y uno de los puntos que resaltan en esta película Frozen, la nueva película de Disney, es precisamente su música, que no solamente tiene una letra muy especial, sino una gran intensidad. Y estamos con los creadores, los hermanos López. ¿Cómo están? Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm fantastic. I find my brothers, okay? Because they are López, I'm López too. Encontré a mis hermanos. Ellos son López y yo también soy López.
We're not brothers. We're not
married.
brothers, though.
Well, but no, but I said we're family. Come on.
Family.
Don't say that.
And that's what Frozen is all about. The power of family and how the love in a family can cure even the farthest rift between sisters or any family member.
Exactly. And the lovely part, what I think in this movie, well, they have too many lovely parts. But obvious, the end was really strong, the message. Like the love with brothers is always very strong and is forever. It doesn't matter how your brothers or sisters are, you know? But you, like you say, you are no family, but for work together, maybe it's really hard to create, because sometimes when you create, you want to be strong with your ideas. And I want to do that. And more when you work, man and woman, okay? How was working this project?
Well, we're married, and we have the skills that you need to get through a marriage, and those are the same skills you need when you're writing a song together. You need to be able to talk everything out. You need to take no shortcuts.
And there's no winners or losers. You learn when you fight in a marriage. It's not about I win, you win, because if you find a good solution, everybody wins. It's the same thing in writing. For instance, with there's a song in the beginning called "Frozen Heart." And
Love it.
Bobby was very adamant that it have like a kind of manly beat to it. And I wanted it to have sort of a mystical softness and sort of be about this mystical land at the top of the world, Norway. And so we kind of fused the two, and we ended up with you give me the beat, right?
Born of cold and winter air and mountain rain combining. This icy force, both foul and fair, has a frozen heart worth mining.
So you get the manly and the mystical.
It's not believable. It's not believable. You know, when I'm listening to you, it's like, yeah, you talk about relationship, but you talk about the music too. And you, it's unbelievable the work you did in this movie, because most of the time when you have a project, you are not the only one working the whole project, and you made the music for the all.
Well, we worked
film.
We worked very, very closely with Jennifer Lee and Chris Buck. From the very beginning, the story was very much in flux. So every day we had this 2-hour video conference call, and we would just talk about the story and where the emotions ran hottest, and we would talk about what the song needed to be about. And the biggest breakthrough was this song called Let It Go, which was one of the first songs we wrote that stayed in the movie. And it was this moment of Elsa has fled from her kingdom. She has to let go of everything she's ever known. At the same time, she has this opportunity to let go all that she's been holding back.
Can you sing a little bit?
Oh,
Because
sure.
to me, that is a very strong part in the movie, very emotional, and have a special message. Like be yourself. Doesn't matter what you have, but be yourself.
So we're gonna start from the middle of a song because of this fear that she's grown up with, these rules that are, don't let them in, don't let them see, be the good girl you always have to be, conceal, don't feel, don't let them know, well now they know, let it go, let it go. I can't sing it like a demon.
Let it go. Ya me tengo que ir porque pues ya se acabó, pero how was it work with Demi Lovato too?
Well, first we worked with Idina Menzel, and we found this song, and she really brought it to life. And then we found out Demi Lovato was going to do a radio and end credits version. And so we got to tailor each song to the different performers. So we worked on a different
performer, like two icons.
Yes.
Singing this one song, even before a movie's out. It's amazing.
It's amazing the work you did, and congratulations, and thank you so much for this interview. And we will finish with Let It Go, Let It Go, and I'm gone.
Anymore, let it go, let it go. Turn away and slam the door.
Oh yeah.
Let it go, let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go, let it go. Turn my back and slam the door.
Bueno, pues llegó el momento de conocer a otra de las nuevas princesas de Disney. Y efectivamente estamos en estos momentos con una princesa que nos va a robar el corazón en esta nueva película de Frozen, de Disney. El mágico mundo de Disney. Unbelievable, love it.
Thank you.
Let it go.
Yeah.
That is my favorite, the favorite part in the whole movie, because in your character came like this real girl. I am where I am. I have special powers.
Yeah.
But tell me, how you feel that? How is working this strong part for the movie, and only with your voice, but let us feel like you are the actress, no, it's the character. It's a real princess.
Yeah, well, I'm a princess, and then I'm, early on I'm being coronated queen. And, I'm, when I was a young girl, my name's Elsa. When I was a young girl, I found that I had these powers when I got really emotional. I would make ice and snow, but I didn't know how to harness those powers, so they could hurt people around me. So my parents sequestered me in the castle, and so I was lonely and compromised who I was, so that I wouldn't hurt my sister and other people that I loved. And but circumstances arise, and then everything comes to a halt, and I can't hold it in anymore. And it's a beautiful celebration of us, I think, as human beings, and as I see it for myself personally as a woman, where you can't hold back that power. If you have something special and something beautiful inside, it's going to come out, and you're not protecting anybody by not being the best of your truest self.
And be yourself,
Yeah.
too. And in this lovely movie, too, what this character brings for you, like an actress? Because you work with Disney, but you have an unbelievable career too. You was in Broadway, too. And now be part of this movie. What this character bring to you?
Well, I mean, I often find that a job or a project that I get mirrors something that I'm learning in my own life, and I feel that way about the character of Elsa, and sort of a nice reminder of to push forward and to keep striving to be as authentic and as real as I can, and not be afraid to show my power and my strength. So that's really beautiful. A beautiful gift for me, and I love the whole animation process and collaborating with everyone, and working with Disney, and it's just a dream come true to be able to do an animated film with them. Something I've always wanted to do.
How many girls want to be a princess? And now you are a princess. How you feel about that?
I mean, I'm happy that I was always a tomboy growing up, so I don't know. I didn't have the princess gowns and everything. That's why I like that I'm playing an unconventional princess or queen or whatever you want to call it. I love that I'm sort of breaking some rules with this character, and I love that the movie is saying that it's not about, a kiss, waking up, Sleeping Beauty anymore, and true love is not about just romance. It's about family and sisterhood.
And a movie, we need to go with all the family and enjoy it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
¡No siento mis piernas! ¡No siento mis piernas!
Esas son mis piernas.
Oh, hey, hazme un favor, mi trasero. Ya me siento mejor.